Good morning, everyone, and happy Saturday, October 6th, 2018. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, Shaheen Hassan confirmed they won't vote for Kavanaugh. Let's take a listen to the video from WMUR News 9.
The look of the indoors has found its way out. Trex decking and railing. It's where the
protesters outside Senator Jeff Flake's office in Washington, D.C. Graffiti scrawled on a building in Portland near Senator Susan Collins' office after she pledged her vote.
The presumption of innocence and fairness do bear on my thinking, and I cannot abandon them.
But also praise from the White House. Sarah Huckabee Sanders tweeting out, "Thank you, Senator Collins, for standing by your convictions and doing the right thing to confirm Judge Kavanaugh." It comes after days of divisiveness among senators. Our own senators, Maggie Hassan and Jeanne Shaheen, say they will not be voting to confirm Kavanaugh. Both of New Hampshire's senators say they decided to vote no before the sexual assault allegations were made. But Senators Hassan and Shaheen saying they were both concerned by Kavanaugh's behavior during those hearings into the allegations.
While I appreciate the attempt he made in an op-ed to try to clean that up a little bit, the whole point is that somebody sitting on our nation's highest court should be able to be at their best in times of crisis.
The fact is, he shouldn't act in the way that he did in that hearing. We want our Supreme Court justices to be measured in their approach.
And tonight, a lawyer for Dr. Christine Blasey Ford, whose allegations against Kavanaugh sparked last week's hearing, says if he is confirmed by the Senate, she would not want to see him impeached if Democrats were to take control after the midterm elections. Meantime, Kavanaugh has denied all of the allegations against him. Live in the studio, I'm Charisse LeClaire, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And the big vote will take place today in Washington, D.C. Group home worker accused of selling teen in program for sex. Let's take a listen to the video from WCVB David Beanick.
Confronted with divorce? Contact Cervisi and Associates. I've been protecting consumers for years, and so has the Cervisi team. They have a proven track record.
Susan, we are passionate advocates, and we protect our clients' legal rights during a divorce.
Good evening. This group home for teens is now closed here in Saugus after investigators say they found one of the teens working as a prostitute and one of the employees as a pimp. Ashley Goodrich from Lynn listened as a court clerk read the charges against her, including sex trafficking a minor and profiting off a teen prostitute. Investigators say Goodrich worked at this group home for teens in Saugus. They say she posted ads online offering sex for money, then drove one of the home's residents to meetups in Boston and Worcester, at times when the teen had supposedly run away.
I was really disappointed to hear the news. They were always really good group of kids over there. They always kept to themselves, so it was really surprising to hear the news about the worker over there.
Goodrich worked for a company called Elliott Community Health Services, which was hired to run the group home by the State Department of Children and Families. In a statement, DCF called the allegations against Goodrich deeply troubling and said it opened an investigation as soon as it learned of them.
The agency does not regard sexual assault as a critical incident.
Last year, the state auditor released a report criticizing DCF's handlings of crimes against children. Governor Baker called the findings irresponsible and said most of DCF's problems had already been fixed.
We recognize the fact that most of the data in that audit was old.
Goodrich is now free without having to post bail. She was fired from her job, and the judge said any new work she finds must not involve children.
Tonight, the state auditor's office tells me that it is too early to know if this latest case represents some sort of systematic problem at DCF. The 7 teens who used to live here have now been relocated to other homes, including the alleged prostitute, who the state says is getting help. Live in Saugus, David Beanick, WCVB, News Center 5.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Woman's body found in search for missing Maine teacher. Let's take a listen to the video from WMTW News 8 Maine.
Shed Happens, Maine's premier manufacturer of wood and vinyl storage sheds. Visit our showrooms and see.
Well, that's right. The Kristen Wester search has abruptly ended. That was about 10:30 this morning when police converged on a house at 83 Gray Road after a body was discovered. Now, at this point, police aren't saying whether the body is male or female, who found it, or anything about the condition of the body. This is just one road over, by the way, about a half a mile from the Westra home, where Jay Westra says he last saw his wife Sunday night when they went to bed. When he woke up Sunday morning, he says she was gone. Westra's husband did post this picture of he and his wife to social media with a quote, "My heart was crushed today." But here's what authorities are saying about their investigation.
At approximately 10:30 a.m. this morning, the Cumberland County Regional Communications Center received a telephone call reporting that a body had been located in a wooded area off Gray Road in North Yarmouth. Investigators from the Cumberland County Sheriff's Office, Maine Warden Service, and Maine State Police responded and confirmed the finding.
And the medical examiner's office was on scene here today as well. We're being told that a positive identification may not come until tomorrow. Meanwhile, I did speak with Kristen Wester's friends. They told me, quote, that they're trying to hold it together and be there for each other. That's the very latest from North Yarmouth. I'm Jim Keithley, WMTW News 8.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And we will keep you updated as we get more information into our newsroom. FBI investigation into Kavanaugh was a shame, says Ford's lawyers. Let's take a listen to some of the video from ABC News.
Every child needs clothing to wear, and we discovered we can really help people with disabilities just by doing a few things differently with our Cat and Jack clothing. The really great part about working on this type of product is meeting the families.
I just hugged her. I just had to hug her and tell her how important this is. Thanks to the Cat and Jack adaptive line, Bentley just gets to be a kid for once.
So we just saw this vote this afternoon. What is your message to Senators Collins, Flake, and Manchin, those key holdouts who now have supported Judge Kavanaugh?
Christine Blasey Ford came forward and did a very courageous thing. And her voice was heard by hundreds of thousands of women across the country. And she has given voice to those women. And this is a very important moment in our history, that women should be heard.
Republicans insist that the FBI report backs up Judge Kavanaugh's story. What more did you expect from this FBI investigation?
The FBI never interviewed Dr. Ford, and they never interviewed a number of people who submitted sworn statements that corroborated her allegations. This was not an investigation. This was a sham.
Now, Republicans have been saying that the Democrats have been working with you, that you've colluded with Democrats, essentially. Can you say that you never coordinated with Democrats on the Hill?
Yes, we never coordinated with Democrats on the Hill. Period. Hard stop.
And what do you make of that line of attack?
Okay, and there you go on some of that video. If you want to watch the whole video, we will share the link with you on the Riley King Network Facebook page. And that is it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. And I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone.